It's wake up, wake up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cash your checks and wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's wake up, wake up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cash your checks and wake up.
Hi there, and welcome to the latest edition of Wake Up with Wilder after a homecoming win over UTSA 33-19. I'm Ted Alexander with the football coach, Bobby Wilder. No place like home, Dorothy.
No, there's definitely not after those two tough road trips, getting back at 3 in the morning on Sunday, both days, to be at home, Ted, and to have the 50th consecutive sellout. The crowd was into it. Our players were so excited coming out the tunnel. It just felt like it was really good to be back home.
Well, this was after a trying week of practice. Everybody dealt with the storms and all that type of stuff, and you're bouncing from here to the field house in Virginia Beach and back here, but you still had the guys ready to roll.
Yeah, it'd be great to have a normal week at home, Ted, with the hurricane before Hampton, moving the game to Sunday, and this. You mentioned Tuesday morning it was a monsoon. Wednesday it was bad again, so we had to get the kids up at 4:30 in the morning and travel down to Virginia Beach in the field house. And Thursday, just when we thought we were out, the weather came back, and then of course Friday was we broke at the start of practice to walk down for the Broderick ceremony, which was great to be part of. So each day there was a little something different, but the players handled it and responded beautifully on Saturday.
Defensively, Dalton Sturm had nowhere to go, nowhere to hide on Saturday. What a nice job from the D.
Yeah, what a phenomenal job. The game plan by Coach Nagy and the defensive staff. We made a point, Ted, on our 4-man rush. Our DNs were not going to get past the point that the quarterback had at his launch point. Tackles were going to stay in their lanes inside, so basically he had nowhere to scramble, and you saw it the first sack of the game. He's trying to figure a way to get out. We sack him. 3 and out, Ted, their first 3 drives. And even though we weren't converting offensively, we were keeping them pinned deep in their own end, and we frustrated them to the point, Ted, where early in the third quarter they pulled Dalton Sturm and went to the backup quarterback. And this was a guy, Ted, who had accounted for 75% of their offense and 9 of their 10 touchdowns. Outstanding team defense.
You think about over 130 plays in this contest. I think you can whittle it down to maybe 3 or 4. That 100-second segment from the late in the second to the beginning of the third starts with Brandon Addison's pick.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Ted. We had discussed in the hotel the morning before we left to come to the game about momentum plays, that we needed to have more momentum plays. And what I mean by that is, sure, you want them to make those huge plays, but what do you do after you make a big play? And after the interception by Brandon Addison, which was beautiful, it was in the end zone, stopped a touchdown. Our offense goes 80 yards in a minute. We didn't have to use either of our 2 timeouts to score and put us up 13-7 at the half. And then we built off that momentum, Ted. The opening kickoff, we caused a fumble, didn't recover it, but we caused it. Then they fumbled the first play, we recover it and go score. So there was a sequence of 5 plays that you had the offense, the defense, the special teams building off the momentum.
Once again, the Monarchs turnover free, which is huge in any type of football game. A couple things to be working on this week, the special teams.
Yeah, right now, Ted, we're going to give Brad Davis another opportunity to kick the extra points and field goals. And the reason myself and Coach Bankins, our special teams coordinator, felt good about it is Brad kicked off beautifully in this game. We had our first touchback. Ted, he had 2 deep balls with great hang time down around the 5. Right now, we're leading Conference USA in kickoff coverage, only allowing 14 yards per return, and a big part of that was how well Brad kicked the ball. Now let's keep in mind, he's a freshman. He needs to develop his confidence. He did in this game, and we know we were asking Bailey to do a lot. We were asking him to punt and do the kicks, and hopefully we can settle into now where Brad can handle kickoffs, extra points, and field goals.
And before we get you out of here, a quick word on Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte, as you know, Ted, what a game we had with them last year. We had to battle back. We were down by 12 points almost the entire game and battle back to win. So we know this is going to be a challenge. They're solid in all 3 phases. We're going to have to play well, and as you know, Ted, it's always a challenge to win on the road.
Monarchs 1-0 in Conference USA after a 33-19 homecoming win over UTSA. Now it's on to the Queen City to take on the 49ers. For the coach, Bobby Wilder, I'm Ted Alexander from Monarch Media.